Jen, all the way in the USA, welcome today as our coach in the spotlights.
Thank you for having me.
So, whereabout are you in the USA?
I am in Appleton, Wisconsin.
Oh, it sounds very fancy. So, is that where you've set yourself up as a kids' life coach?
Absolutely, yeah. So I have my studio that's based in Appleton and it's amazing, just absolutely amazing.
Okay, fantastic. So, I'm really interested in having this conversation with you because we have such similar backgrounds. We come from a teaching background, and both of us transitioned out of teaching into coaching children. And I'd love to know a bit more about what made you decide to become a kids' life coach.
Yeah, so very similar to you. Having the background in teaching, my favorite part of teaching was not the content, sorry, teachers, but it was the connecting with students. It was building the relationships and
Yes.
having fun and being silly and goofy and just seeing them light up with joy and love coming to school every day because they knew that they were going to feel so much love and support and just that environment would be so positive. Love connecting with families and just all of that collaboration was just what like lit me up. So when I decided to leave the classroom, I took a little break to have my kids, and when
Wow.
I was ready to go back to something, I knew it needed to be with kids, obviously. And I thought, when I discovered that kids life coaching was a thing, that this is it. There was no turning back. It was not even a shadow of a doubt that this was undoubtedly where I needed to go.
Yeah,
So
one thing about you, Jen, is I remember having a conversation with you when you were making the decision. And what I really loved about you is that you were so decisive. You knew that this was a pathway you wanted to go. There was no like second guessing yourself. You were heading down this path and you were going to do whatever it takes to do that. And now, one thing, wow, like it's actually not one thing. There's multiple things about you, but this one thing stands out for me. And that is, I don't think I've ever seen anybody as quick as you set up this beautiful business called Empowering Kids,
empowered minds.
Empowered Minds.
Mm.
Where am I? Where's my mind? Forgive me. Empowered Minds Kids Studio. You have done it with such integrity and such excitement and joy within your community. And watching you do that has been so amazing to see. So, yeah, that tell us a bit more about the studio of yours. What do you
Yeah,
do there?
yeah, there was no wasting time, right? Once I knew that this was what I wanted to do, I didn't want to, dilly-dally along and kind of take my time. I knew that this was it, and so
This
I
is
set
it.
right to it. Yeah, so after going through the program and getting my certification, I originally just thought that I was going to do, Zoom. I would do virtual coaching, and then going through the program, I was like,
Did
absolutely
I
not.
change your mind? Did I change your
Absolutely
Oh
changed my
no.
mind and thought, no way, I need
I'm
to
very
be in there.
convincing that way, right? In the
Yes,
training.
yes, yes. And so, originally I thought, oh, I'll just have a little small office, nothing big, just, one-on-one coaching. That's all I need. And then, I just kept thinking bigger and bigger. And I thought, no, I want to work with groups of kids. I want to work with families and I want all of the options available. So, yeah, just jump right in, found a space
And
and
the beautiful part is that through our network, because you did our Kids Life Coach certification, but through our network and training alongside somebody in your community, you are now actually collaborating with a partner, aren't you?
absolutely, yes.
Was that
So
like a secret?
no, yeah,
Oh, good,
it was,
good.
no, no, not a secret. No, that just happened so organically and
Organically.
beautifully
Yes.
that through conversation of sharing, my discovery of kids life coaching with her, and she was like, "Oh my gosh, this is amazing." And through continuing our conversations, and then she also is enrolled in the program right now. Um, there was just this big vision that we can just see what an impact we'll be able to make on our
Oh,
community and all the kids and families that will benefit from our services. It's
absolutely. You
beyond.
are a power pack, the two of you. And I'm sure that you're going to be doing the most amazing things. But I'm really curious, right? So you came with experience as
Mhm.
a teacher, the passion and the energy. So how did Kids Life Studio actually help you in this journey? Like, tell us a bit about that.
I mean, I can't even begin to tell you. It was not, I went into it just thinking that I was going to be, for the education piece and the certification, and came out with it changing my whole everything. Personally, the change has been remarkable. Um,
So
just
mindset, your
the
mindset.
mindset, the
Yes.
reflection, a lot of the lifestyle habits that, I kind of was like, oh, I don't need to do journaling. And through the program of incorporating that in, seeing the change that it has made on my life personally, with my kids, with my family members, um, it's been so profound that there's like that feeling of everything lined up the way that it did for a reason, for
Yes.
me professionally, but also for me personally. It has just been life changing.
But Jen, you also have to pat yourself on the back because not everybody puts in the work. Am I allowed to tell the story about you on the treadmill?
Sure. Sure.
So, for those of you who don't know, we have group mentorship sessions and we get together in the Zoom room as a group, and they scheduled sessions. And you arrived, Jen, the one day multitasking because your day had run late, right? And
Yeah,
you were on the treadmill and you were like, sorry, headphones were in, but you were committed. You were committed to your exercise, your physical activity, and your community support session. And I remember you were walking on the treadmill and you were quite fast in the beginning. And as we started getting into the conversation, you started slowing down. And I popped up, Jen, I'm checking you out. Don't slow down. Oh, so that's
yeah,
testimony to your commitments to your personal well-being. And as a kids life coach, we can't work with children and families if we don't take care of ourselves and our family. And so that's
absolutely.
the secret about Kids Life Studio that people just discover by the by. Yes, it is about the theory and it is about having a
Mhm.
curriculum and knowing how to assess children, but more than that, it's about you being in the right headspace.
So
And
much more than that.
yeah,
And the collaborative piece, like you mentioned, our mentorship sessions, those were so foundational to me going through the program. And even still, it just is that home base to come back to, where you're
yes.
surrounded with people who speak your language and feel your heart. And that it's just like, oh, I'm like coming home every time we have a
It's
meeting. I
true.
love it.
It's true. And also, what I love is that our meetings have evolved organically, where I always used to do all the hosting. And now we have coaches
Mhm.
being brave and courageous enough. And apparently, you volunteered as well.
Yep. Hmm.
Brave and courageous enough to volunteer their time to host a session, sharing their skills and activities. And that's quite magical. I think that's
Right.
really beautiful, that we collaborate like that. But, Jen, it's no secret that you are skilled. You come from a teaching background. But what other experience do you bring to the table? Like, do you have like a specific area that you're interested in?
Well, so that's really interesting that you asked that. I have been trying to determine, like, okay, what is my area that I'm going to really focus on? Um, and at this point, I just, there's so much that I'm so excited for. And when I work with kids, I just really want them to be able to understand kind of what I discovered going through this program of like, you have everything that you need within you already. And
Yes.
that tapping into that and fully being able to feel confident in that knowing is what I am feeling very passionate about. Um, just being able to help kids see that they are the gift that they are, and that they have everything that they need within them, and just embracing that.
So what I'm seeing is that you see potential in every single child and you're willing to meet any family where they're at, tailor
Absolutely.
make a program to meet the needs of that family and to support them in that journey, allowing things to unfold as they need to. And I think that is fabulous. That in
Mhm.
itself is a niche because some people are quite determined and rigid in their approach. And when you are too rigid, we can't do that with children. You know, we know that
Throw
because
that
we
out the
go,
window.
I know. Sometimes the plans just go AWOL. But because we use a play-based coaching system, although we're doing very serious stuff and we're transforming lives, we do it in such a fun way. And I remember when you had your launch of your studio, you did some fun activities with the families as well. So have you got any like events planned on the calendar
Yeah.
coming up?
Yeah. So the beginning of April 6th, we have a family fun day planned. So we
Ooh,
have, we'll have all kinds of fun activities that kind of are based in a healthy lifestyle. So like healthy eating and healthy exercise and what that looks like, meditation practices, gratitude practices. So all kinds of really great family-based
amazing.
activities that just come on in and have fun together. And I'm excited. It'll be
I wish
really,
I wasn't so far away because I
you
would definitely
know.
be there. Will there be cake?
There'll be some
Sugar
dessert. Yeah.
Sugar-free cake.
Maybe not sugar-free, but there'll be some healthy choices. Yeah, exactly.
Usually when I have functions like this, I always just go allergen-free.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, it helps.
Yeah,
But kids don't
absolutely.
really fancy carrot sticks, do they? But we, as coaches, we are quite masterful at getting them to try new
Yeah.
things. So,
I mean, when you make animal faces with the
yeah,
different vegetables, you can make it fun, right? So,
exactly. Oh,
absolutely.
Jen, I'm so excited for you. So, where to from here? Like, what's your big vision?
My vision is so big. My vision keeps changing
Are
as
you, are
time
you
goes
prepared
along,
to
but it
share?
is,
Are you prepared to share a little tidbit with us so we can watch with bated breath while you do these magical things?
well, my vision is that I want kids life coaching to be known. You know, like right now, not a lot of people understand or fully know
Yeah, about
what the
education.
possibilities are, right? So my vision is to be able to just first like share how amazing this is and what an impact it could make on families and kids. And my big vision and goal is to be able to be in the schools, being able to help kids in the schools, because I just know that the the need is there, and that it would be a wonderful place to be able to help. But you know, just bringing Mandy on, we're going to be able to make a really big difference and be able to help a lot of families.
Oh, huge, huge. And you know what? Your vision is so inclusive. It sounds like a community-based vision. You want to get
Mm.
into schools and you have the experience and the knowledge and the skills to do that. And it is about education. But let's talk about you being a mom. If you had to give a message to your little kiddies, because your kiddies are little, right? They're
They are
like,
little.
remind me their ages.
3 and 5.
Yeah. So let's say they watch this recording in a few years' time when they're older, and you have a message for them and all the children of the world, just one piece of advice. What would that be?
I want
Who
them
knows? Maybe
to,
you show this to them when they're 21. I don't
yeah,
know.
right. I want them to trust in themselves. I want them to know that they have it, that they are a beautiful, beautiful person, and that like to just to love themselves and to know that like they are just as special as can be. Not to let anybody change their mind on that. A lot of times we hear messages that make us think differently about ourselves, and just to know that are they are the person that they're meant to be and travel their journey.
Oh, Jen, I'm having another goosebump moment. If I was there, I would give you this massive big hug because you're going places, girl. You're going places. And
Thank you.
with,
Well,
with that vision that you have and this passion and energy and this willingness to co-collaborate, because that's what we are. We're all co-collaborators. We're children's change makers. And you starting at home as a mom with your family, extending that into families in the community, and who knows where it can go from there. So
absolutely.
lovely, Jen. It's been an absolute pleasure having you as coach in the spotlight today.
Thank
And
you.
I'm
Thank
going to
you.
watch with bated breath as you grow your empowered minds. Empowered minds, that's a powerful name.
Mhm. Yep.
Really powerful.
Thank you.
So, yeah, sending big hugs
Thank you.
and all
Thank
the
you.
best, Jen.